So every destination has got a story, and food makes it special. Congratulations, Kapoor,
Thank you so
for
much.
The IPO, big
Much
milestone.
appreciated.
So talk to us about your journey.
Sure, Sonia. So it has been, while we've got to this point, and I think it's no doubt something we're very excited as a business to be on, this journey and starting our life as a public listed entity. But I think coming here has been a 16-year journey for the business. We started opportunely so at 3rd of July 2009 with our first unit in Mumbai. We're sitting on the 2nd July 2025 today with you. So it's been a 16-year journey for us to get here. And I think we built, and I think proudly, so the teams have built a business that we can truly be proud of. That ultimately is delivering great value to consumers who come to our units across. So, it's been a journey starting from the first unit we had in 2009 in Mumbai airport. Today operating at 18 airports, not only in India, globally as well. We have units in Malaysia and Hong Kong. So I think it's testament to the fact that, this industry, no doubt, as in a sector, we are, I think, in the right country, in the right place, at the right time, if I could say that.
Absolutely.
And very much so. I think we're to be and had that opportunity to be here. And I think hopefully we as a business would continue to be focused to deliver that customer experience. That's very much been our DNA in both the areas we do, right? We do travel, QSR and lounge as well. So both of these areas, we hope to continue to deliver customer delight across both of them.
Fantastic. So can you give us a bifurcation of both the verticals?
Right. No, very happy to. So travel QSR, and we're giving both. So travel QSR lounges for business, we're market leaders in both of these in India, and roughly about equal between both of these businesses. Travel QSR, very simply, is F&B outlets in airports. The reason we call it travel QSR is because in an airport, we operate, you can see bars, casual dine, cafes, the more traditional QSR as we normally know it. But in an airport, everything is QSR. Everything is about quick service. Consumers going to an airport, he wants the food quickly, irrespective of nature. So we therefore use the terminology of travel QSR for the F&B outlets, right? You're a traveler going, you don't want to miss your flight because of that person took 20 minutes for that burger instead of taking 12 or 10 minutes. So that experience is, calling it QSR is very much reflective of that perspective, in an airport environment. The other side being lounges. Lounges, we are conceptualizing, designing, building lounges and operating and running it by our teams, by the boys and girls at our units who are actually running those units. And we deliver lounges, the experience, whether you're a business class traveler or you're taking a credit card or your debit card out and swiping it, that's your way to access a lounge. So that's what we ultimately deliver for consumers. We operate these units, we run these units, and we love doing so. It's great fun, it's a great industry, but yes, we need to therefore keep delivering the right consumer experience.
Fantastic. So can you share some global trends and some consumer insights? What's driving this whole growth?
I think one thing, no doubt, I think not only global, if I look at even India particularly, we're in a market where aviation and passenger growth has been tremendous. But honestly, it's just the start. We're in a market where, if you see, it's got a very young market. People want experiences. The way India is in terms of the size of the country we are, you can literally see the aircraft orders in place, the terminals being built out, with 300 airports. The government's announced by 2047. I think that also is, I believe, going to be even increase the call up. Tremendous drive by the government as well towards that whole expansion plan. Airport operators really creating some of the best airports in the world you see today in India. We proudly say that. I think the opportunity in the market in India is just huge, tremendous. But yes, at the same time, I think it is our consumers, and rightfully so, are demanding. You need to deliver day in, day out experience in these environments. I think that's why hopefully we try our best to come in and deliver that, whether it's our own brands, whether it is partnering with the best brands, not only in Indian regional brands, but even international brands. And therefore delivering a holistic right approach to consumers is very much what we focus on day in, day out. And that is whether it's a travel QSR or lounge. Today lounges you go, you can have experiences, whether it's a spa today in a lounge, or your private, you have a live food, we have private zones, a small conference room to take a Zoom call from these days, or even a library to find your best book like we have in one of our lounges. So those experiences today, you can see this, and I believe India is really at the forefront of these. We're really unlocking experiences, we're delivering experiences. Everyone's considering of creating these experiences for travelers in the airport, and that's what keeps us up at night.
And your loyalty programs make the stickiness.
Yes, tying up with third-party programs who have lounge access programs, loyalty programs, tying up with them in addition to the other types I mentioned. You're creating this lounge experience for such a multitude of consumers, and these days even creating differential experiences within the lounges as well. So that's so much of the story, that everyone has a different taste, even on food, right? Food, someone may like your he loves this dosa when he goes and has it. Maybe someone wants it a bit more crisp, someone likes it a bit more, a bit soft,
Yes.
something a little less cooked. Everyone has a different taste. Same way in lounges, if you put there, everyone wants a different type of experience. Someone's focused on the F&B experience within the lounge. Someone else wants a bit of tranquility. Someone else wants a spa, someone else wants a spa experience. He wants a nice massage to go, everything has a difference. And you therefore create these multiple experiences as a business, which ultimately translates to, generating sales, generating return. And that's what
every color with all its shades.
Yeah, every color with all its shades. Nicely put. So
Yes. So give us details about the IPO and how do you plan to utilize the funds?
Sure. So the IPO, particularly for us, it's we are obviously going down the journey, from a business point of view where we're at. We've grown quite well. We've been 16 years in the business, and we believe it's the right time for a business to view the IPO as well. And from that point of view, so we are a debt-free company. We are well funded, from that point of view, take care of future needs as well. So therefore, the IPO as well, we're doing it at this point in time of a limited sale of shares, as an OFS. And it's the perspective being that I think for the business where we're at, it was the right thing to do. It gives you as a company credibility in the market when you go international as well. We as a proud Indian company going international, we've gone to Malaysia, Hong Kong, with the flag flying high, doing that perspective there. And at the same time, for in teams and all your ESOPs and things like that, it's the right thing for the scale and size our business is being. I think doing the listing is just the right thing. And therefore, at that point in time, you always think when's the right time, and finally take the decision. Okay, guys, let's do it. Let's take a call, and I think this is the right time. Because many times we've debated over the past, and then finally took a decision. Let's do it now. I think it's just with where the business had come to, it was the right thing to do for the business as well.
Super. So EBITDA 40%, 26% market share. So what personally drives you? What's been your leadership mantra to get so far?
I think two things drive. Ultimately, yes, financial performance, no doubt, but that's the byproduct, and that's an important byproduct which we always focus on. That's top line. But ultimately, that comes from two things. Delivering. While you construct great outlets, but you make sure your teams are motivated, happy, and that's key for our business, where it's about customer service, right? You come, okay, the product may be great, team cooking it, there's someone ultimately cooking it, there's a human hand there.
Right.
At the same time, there's someone serving it. The entire experience, it's not just about buying the product. It's about the entire experience of cooking it right, storing it right, serving it right, the right ambience. So great, I think, focusing on our teams, at the same time, focus on the customer ultimately. Those are the two tenets by which we swear. It's as simple as that. Just get that pieces right. Your business delivers. And yes, we are at the same time, as a business, while that's there, we're very focused, very organized, capital allocation, those areas, which are less funny, less cool stuff, but that's very much in our DNA as well. Important. And hopefully that's why we've delivered the numbers we have. So I think it's coming together of that culture of having that first of team, employee leadership, and focus on customer. That'll be then delivering numbers as a result of that. I think that's how we've approached our business, and hopefully we'll continue approaching, whether we're private and now we're public, is going to be with that same sort of excitement and rigor combined into one.
Sure. So what's next on the plate?
Oh my God! So lot on the plate. I think one is, like I was telling you earlier, we're in the right place. So in terms of growth of that, runway there's tremendous. Just catering to that itself feels like a never-ending, if I could say, runway. If I use the the example of airports, so it's just a catering to that, coupled with the position that we've seen success on international markets, taking the lounge opportunity globally, and also highways. So highways, we feel today with the type of investments and the call out the government is doing on highways, and the tremendous work of investment happening there by the government on expressways, partner doing it themselves or tying up with a private enterprise. I think the opportunity on expressways is tremendous, we believe, for us. So going the same strengths we had and travel in the airports, transcending then the brand mix, putting that larger footprints on these expressway sites that are coming up, we see that as a good opportunity for us, in addition to the the tremendous growth in our core aviation market as well.
Super. Define travel food services in 3 words and your final words for the potential stakeholders.
Sure. So, I mean, luckily for me, my name defines it, so I don't need to do too much. So, my travel food services, I think, says it quite well.
Yes.
But, that's what it is, right? It's about in travel, when people are on the move, people are no doubt on high anxiety, under stress. You need to be the person that makes the journey good.
Absolutely.
And how do we do it? With these 2 elements: right food, great experience there, delivered by our teams, and ultimately service to that consumer.
Yes.
I think our name says it. It becomes easy for me. So
Yes.
you asked the question, I have my name ready, I could just define it well. But I think that works no doubt for us as a perspective. That's how we approach. I think that's how we approach, and that's how one should approach in this sector, ultimately delivering value to consumers.
And your final words for the stakeholders.
So in terms of stakeholders, I think we are no doubt in a great industry. I think we believe this is right for the business, the thing. And I think from that point of view, we are keen. We have delivered, for prior with our existing shareholders that there we have delivered value, and hopefully that will be very much the part of continuing focus on what we do right.
Right.
Eventually that drives, shareholder value. And I think that's where stakeholders, and I can say whether it is even those shareholders, whether it is even our partners, whether it is airport partners, whether it is brands we work with, I think we take those relationships very seriously, deliver for those clients, deliver the right thing, because I can see the ambitions they have to create global level, and you can see the airports there. So it's important for us to step up to that. So the way airports are being created and built is truly tremendous. I think we have some of the best airport operators in the country, globally, in India. You see from a point of view the way it's also happening from a point of view the brands. We have every leading brand coming here and very hungry to grow in the Indian market. Hopefully we provide an avenue across that in the key travel segment. I think for stakeholders, I think we're very mindful of relationships, and hopefully we continue delivering of those in the way ahead for us.
The world is looking at India, and you're providing the runway for it.
And they land first into airports.
Yes,
so they see.
Absolutely. So taste the world with Travel Food Services.
Yeah, lovely. No, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Pleasure talking.